Good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Hillbilly Think Tank with me, Spencer Keck. Now, as you all know, I am running for magistrate here in Hardin County in Kentucky. And I found out today, after I made a trip to the VA to have some things taken care of for myself, was talking to a family member that's in college and found out that this family member was supposed to have had an appointment tomorrow to take care of some stuff to help them with college, and it was supposed to be in a telehealth appointment. Well, University of Louisville's Peace Now telehealth told her that they are shut down. That they came in this morning and were told they effectively are shut down. They don't exist, and they had no more funding. I guess federal funding had run out, or federal authorization actually had run out for telehealth. So this was shocking, and I started wondering, okay, is that going to just affect urban folks? Of course, that's a large part of our population. There are urban areas that are, healthcare deserts, just like we talk about them being deserts for healthy foods. Well, they're also deserts for getting quality healthcare. Now, telehealth has been filling in that gap ever since COVID, and also has been filling in the gap for rural healthcare. So I did some research and I found out, yep, the funding are for key telehealth flexibilities expired along with the authorization to allow certain places to act as telehealth hubs. So instead of someone having to have a fixed location to go to for care, they could actually use these telehealth resources and be seen at home. So, a lot of places in Kentucky are extremely rural. You might have to drive 4 or 5 hours to get to a really major treatment facility. As we talked about in other episodes of this show, there is a dearth of healthcare for psychological needs being met. And we know that we have a lot of farmers, we've talked about before, committing suicide here in Kentucky. You know, it's a really big problem. It's become really a plague, affecting our wonderful rural communities. They're really feeling the tight grip of having trouble keeping their family farms afloat, and suicide just becoming something that's really hurting folks. Well, this telehealth capability had been closing the gap, allowing folks that normally would never consider getting any mental health care. Well, they consider it when they can do it from the comfort of their own home and the anonymity of their own home. They could receive this telehealth for psychiatrists, psychologists, other mental health professionals to see them from the comfort of their own home. But, we keep every year, it seems like we want to play brinksmanship with anything that helps regular average Joe. And this is one of those things that does. So the federally qualified healthcare centers and the rural health clinics are no longer going to be able to serve as distant providers for most telehealth services after December 2025. And turns out that there was another cliff that we were about to go over, and we went over it. And that was, without congressional action, key telehealth flexibilities that were put in place during the COVID-19 pandemic expire on September 30th, 2025. Well, that's already come and gone. We keep extending these capabilities. Congress does. They'll wait to the last minute and then extend them. Well, it was decided, hey, this is a Democrat thing, which it's not. This is a rural America thing, an urban American thing where folks are hurting and need help. It's an empathy thing. And we just keep, time after time since the pandemic, We've renewed these capabilities and these authorizations for these facilities to provide telehealth. And now we decide, oh, September 30th, let's just get rid of all these things that we don't really like and say that it's the fault of some folks that we don't like, right? Well, that's a bunch of hooey, bunch of BS, okay? Complete BS. We know that Americans need this. My family member that found out, oh, her appointment is gone, doesn't exist anymore, that was supposed to happen tomorrow via telehealth, now is scrambling to find a way to get the medicine that was needed that will help them as they're studying in college to not lose it healthcare wise. And man, we're calling this a great way to behave towards our fellow citizens. They're just trying to study to become productive citizens in this nation. That's not good civics. All right, well, we can do something about it. All right. Elect folks who will never play brinksmanship anymore. You know, we need this here in Hardin County. We need to be able to have the capabilities for someone the farthest reach of this county to get telehealth medicine. You know, our neighbors in Meade County need this. Our neighbors in LaRue County need this. Neighbors in Nelson County need this. Bullitt County. So many rural areas, you know, they don't have the time to take from farming and other endeavors in the rural areas to run a couple hours, 3 hours to Louisville to get the care in an overwhelmed urban system anyway. So, y'all, please, let's take care of our brothers and sisters. Let's remember the golden rule. It applies to everybody that lives on this earth, it's universal. All right. So, love one another. Remember, we are brother's keeper or sister's keeper. And let's just keep up that golden rule. Let's keep it flowing. We can do it. All right. So, you know who you need to vote for when it comes election time. Someone who cares, who will make sure that we work to get the resources necessary for all rural healthcare and urban healthcare centers. Have a great night.